Okay, I'm going to show you how to set this lab up for the potions lab. First thing you want to do is you want to get a colorimeter. This is from Vernier. You need the GoLink attachment and hook this up to your computer. Once here you open up Vernier, I have it already opened. You're going to go to File, Open, and then we're going to click on Chemistry with Vernier, and we're going to go down to Lab 11, Beer's Law. We'll open this up and it will set our equipment to the correct programming because we want to measure absorbance. At this point, I'm going to take my cuvette with DI water and I'm going to place it into my colorimeter, close the lid, and I want to make sure that I have my colorimeter set to 565 nanometers. Place it on a flat surface and press the calibrate button. Once it stops beeping, the little red light will stop flashing. You are now calibrated. I will double check this by looking at my absorbance. So here my absorbance is too low, so I'll go ahead and calibrate it again. Open the lid, place it back in, and we calibrate. Okay, so now I'm calibrated at 0.000. So when I take it out, you'll notice absorbance increases because the light's coming in from the open container. At this point, I want to now set up my initial plot. So I'm going to press Collect, insert the cuvette, again with DI, close it, and notice it's at 0, which it should be when it's DI. Press Keep, and enter the concentration as 0.0. Press OK. I've now loaded this into my data. I'm now going to take out my cuvette, and I have two other quantities. I have a 0.0 molar solution that I will place in, close the lid. Once it stabilizes, I will keep this value, 0.2, and lastly, 0.5. Press Keep, 0.5. Now that I have a beginning of a line, I'm going to click on Linear Regression, and it will give me my line of best fit. I can also click on this A tab, and it will zoom in on my values. It's okay if your line is not perfect. However, the closer you are to exact quantities of 0.2 and 0.5, the better results your lab will be. There will be error, it can't be perfect. I do suggest buying stock quantities for this lab if you really want to focus on that kind of accuracy. Now, let's say the lab is going. How do your students test it? You give them an assigned quantity, they will make their solution, they bring it up to you. Place their sample solution into a cuvette. Make sure you press Stop. You're going to go up to Data, Analyze, and Interpolate. From here, you can scroll along the line until you reach the concentration the student is supposed to make. So for example, at this particular location, the student should make a concentration of 0.25 or 0.260, that's easier. So the expected absorbance is 0.118, which this will round to 3 sig figs, so it will read out as 119. It's important you note sig figs for the students. At this point, you take the student sample, press Collect again, append to the latest, put the student sample into the colorimeter, close the lid, and read out their absorbance. If it's too low, like in this example, then the student did not make a concentrated enough solution. In between every student, please stop, press Analyze, and Interpolate. I find it best to go ahead and make yourself an Excel sheet with all of the values in so that you don't have to waste time when the students come up to you. This wraps up how to do the potions lab.